dear students! Welcome back to another online math class with Teacher Ray. For us to start the lesson, prepare your textbook, your pen, and your copybook. Ready? Alright, open your book now on page 851, lesson 16.1, and our today's lesson is classify triangles.
The essential understanding for this lesson is: triangles are classified by their sides and by their angles. Previously, students measured angles and identified them as right, acute, or obtuse. They also classified triangles by their angles and by their sides. In this lesson, students analyze the properties of triangles and use them to classify triangles.
For this lesson, you are expected to be able to classify triangles by their angles and sides. Before we start our lesson, let us define the vocabulary words that we will be using for the lesson. So we have 6 types of triangles. Types of triangles according to sides are isosceles triangle, equilateral triangle, and scalene triangle. The other 3 types are according to angles. It's the right triangle, obtuse triangle, and the acute triangle. Let us now define them one by one. First, we have isosceles triangle. It is a triangle that has at least 2 sides of the same length. Example, this triangle, this and this side are of the same length. Next, we have equilateral triangle. All sides are the same length. So all 3 sides are equal in length. Next, we have scalene triangle. No sides are the same length. So as you can see, this is different from this side and different from this side. No sides are the same length. Next, we have right triangle. A triangle that has one right angle. Again, when we say right angle, it forms a 90-degree angle. Next, obtuse triangle has one obtuse angle. When we say obtuse angle, it's an angle that is greater than 90 degrees. Next, the last one is an acute triangle. An acute triangle has 3 acute angles. 1, 2, 3. So when we say acute angle, it is an angle that is less than 90 degrees.
One triangle is shown. Draw 5 more triangles with different properties. Next to each triangle, list the properties such as 2 equal sides, 1 right angle, 3 acute angles, and so on. Work with a partner to solve this problem.
Alright, let us answer the solve and share. So we need to draw another 5 triangles and we will write the properties of each triangle. So first triangle, we have this one. So what are the properties? So we have 3 equal sides, so all sides are equal, and 3 acute angles. Another one, we have 2 equal sides and 3 acute angles. Another one, we have 2 equal sides and 1 right angle. The fourth triangle, no equal sides. So as you can see, all sides are different from each other. And 3 acute angles. And the last one is 1 obtuse angle, this one, and 2 acute angles. Next question. Look back. Can you classify the triangles you created based on their properties? Yes. Do some triangles have more than one classification? Of course, yes. Tell how you know. An equilateral triangle is also an acute triangle.
How can you classify triangles? Think about this question during the lesson. Triangles can be classified by the lengths of their sides. This is an equilateral triangle. All sides are the same length.
Can you tell if the sides of a triangle are the same length without measuring them?
This is an isosceles triangle. At least 2 sides are the same length. This is a scalene triangle. No sides are the same length. Is an equilateral triangle also an isosceles triangle?
Select your answer.
Yes. An isosceles triangle has 2 sides that are the same length. So an equilateral triangle can also be classified as isosceles. Is an isosceles triangle always also an equilateral triangle? Explain. No. An isosceles triangle just tells you that the triangle has 2 sides the same length. But an equilateral triangle must have 3 sides the same length. Triangles can also be classified by the measures of their angles. This is a right triangle. One angle is a right angle. This is an acute triangle. All 3 angles are acute angles. This is an obtuse triangle. One angle is an obtuse angle. Remember, the total measure of all the angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. Why can't an obtuse triangle have more than one obtuse angle? If an obtuse triangle had more than one obtuse angle, the angle measures would add to more than 180 degrees. Now you know how you can classify triangles.
Now let us review the video answering the essential question, how can you classify triangles? So triangles can be classified by the lengths of their sides. So we have 3 types. First, we have equilateral triangle. Again, when we say equilateral triangle, all sides are the same length. The second one, we have isosceles triangle. At least 2 sides are the same length. Next, scalene triangle. No sides are the same length. Next, triangles can also be classified by the measures of their angles. The total measure of all angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. So first, we have the right triangle. One angle is a right angle. The second one, we have acute triangle. All 3 angles are acute angles. And obtuse triangle, one angle is an obtuse angle.
Can you draw an equilateral right triangle? Explain using precise mathematical language.
Now let us answer convince me. No. A right triangle can have only two sides that are equal in length, so it can be an isosceles triangle. Let us answer guided practice. First question. Can a right triangle have an obtuse angle? Why or why not? No. 180 degrees minus 90 degrees is equal to 90 degrees. An obtuse angle is greater than 90 degrees. Next question. Can an equilateral triangle have only two sides of equal length? Why or why not? No. All three sides must be equal. In 3 and 4, classify each triangle by its sides, and then by its angles. First, number 3, so the sides are 3 centimeters, 3 centimeters, and 3 centimeters. So all sides are equal, so that means it's an equilateral triangle. And the angles, 60 degrees, which is acute angle, 60 degrees acute angle and 60 degrees acute angle. So that means this triangle is an equilateral acute triangle. Next, for number 4, we have two sides that are equal, 7 inches, and one right triangle. So this triangle is an isosceles right triangle. Right. So do you know how to classify triangles now? Very good. All right. Now it's about time for you to answer your independent practice. Please solve and answer independent practice numbers 5 to 10, page 853, and numbers 1 to 6, page 855. And problem solving number 14 and 16, page 854, and item numbers 13 and 15, page 856. We will check your answers in the next part of our video. See you!